knows every day I appreciate him and I love him.
Back in 2006, early, not sure of the month, maybe February or so, she was driving to work and her left arm fell off the steering wheel. And she couldn't pick it back up, and she got really nervous, and she called me. She pulled over and she said, "What should I do?" I said, "Can you drive? Can you get to work?" And she said yes. Eventually, her arm was able to get back up, and she onto the wheel, and she drove herself to work. A couple hours later, she had a grand mal seizure, and they had to call the ambulance, and they took her in, and that's when it all began. They didn't know then exactly what she had. They weren't sure what was going on. They took an MRI and CAT scans, and they did see shadows. They weren't sure what it was. Eventually, we found out that it was her blood vessels were popping in her brain, and she was having mini strokes, and she was kind of falling in and out of consciousness, and they still didn't know what it was. When we went to the neurologist, the surgeon, they ended up telling us that she had tumors. And so when we got that news, we, got out in the parking lot and we were crying and thought it was over and everything. And so they had to do a biopsy. She got brain surgery. The one thing I'll say about the brain surgery was we weren't prepared for is she had to learn how to walk again. She had to learn how to do little first grade math, and she had to learn how to literally think about putting one foot in front of the other. She was in rehab for 6 months. I took 8 months off from work. I took a leave of absence. She's back now. She's driving, and she lives a pretty good life. She has a short-term memory issue. And they gave us a list of things to work on for her to try to just get back to where she was. And it's all things that have to be repetitive. They have to be things you have to do every day, just a learning process. To be honest, it wasn't easy. It wasn't fun. There was a lot of unknown. But we kind of, we basically leaned on each other. She on me and me on her. In through all this, she's worried about how I'm doing, how I'm taking, you all right with the house, paying the bills with the kids. And so, that's just her nature. We've come with the attitude that we just want to kind of do the things we want to do and don't wait. If you want to do something, do it. Don't put off things and kind of enjoy life. And when they throw you a curveball, just stand there and, do what you have to do to take care of business. And that's basically what we've done. So I would say, be supportive, be patient, and trust, the medical people, because they really are awesome.